Hey, Don.
Hey, Jacob.
Happy anniversary.
Huh?
Well, we just hit season 2.
What?
We've been doing this for a year.
Are you kidding?
No, this is season 2, episode 1.
We should have had a party, or like a big episode, or confetti, or something. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't think it was a big deal.
Oh,
we made it a year.
I cannot believe we've done 52 episodes of this.
Well, this is technically the 53rd episode.
Whew.
That's right.
I didn't know we had that much to talk about.
We made it a year. This is the last episode, too.
No, it's
so, that's cool. 1 year, 52 weeks, 52 hours of Dawn and Jacob. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody wants that. And by our viewer counts, we are correct.
Thanks for sticking around, everybody.
All 150 of you. So, I didn't realize it was a big deal. Then what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I thought, okay, so the whole reason we started the podcast, right, was because we like had these funny stories or crazy stories or like things where we just want to commiserate with someone, and we were always talking to each other about them, and we just wanted to be able to share them with other people.
So really, this is just a therapy session. This is what this has turned into, is our therapy. All right.
But yeah, so we can just talk about like stories of things that have happened to us while we're working together.
It's a Dawn and Jacob episode.
It's a Dawn and Jacob episode.
Some of you may have heard these stories before. Mm-hmm. Some of them may have said it before again. Mm-hmm. Do we give a shit? No.
We are not that professional.
Didn't even know we've been doing this for a year.
Chances are people might not have heard, even the ones we're repeating.
It's true.
Because it's a lot of episodes.
And we've been working together for almost 10 years now.
More.
When did you start?
I started at Disney in 2014.
So, yeah.
And one of the jobs we're going to talk about was 2014.
All right.
So.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Shoot it.
Should we go chronologically? Do we know chronologically?
No. I don't know what day it is right now. I don't know when any of this happened. I know that one because it's very specific.
So we've done, like, because we work together at Disney and not at Disney.
Correct.
We have, like, a wide array of experiences. And some jobs are, like, super, super stressful. And other jobs just aren't.
Aren't, just silly Billy.
They're very silly Billy. So there was, like, we'll just call it, like, an award celebration for employees.
Yeah.
That was at Magic Kingdom.
Everyone knows what it is.
Well, I mean, not if you don't work there.
It's a legacy award.
And there were, like, photo studios set up all over the park. For whatever reason, Jacob and I got hired to just wander the park.
Wander the park. Anything in particular? Nope.
We just had the entire park for, like, I don't know, 5 hours we were there.
To just photograph cast members who had won this award.
Mm-hmm. And just candids, really, because they were getting their posed pictures.
That's right.
Everywhere else.
It wasn't
Many
legacy.
times over.
It was
Cast
milestone.
service celebration.
Yeah,
That's right.
It was not legacy. It's their years.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you've been with the company for so many, they rent out Magic Kingdom at night, and you get to come in. And the longer you've been there, the quicker you get to get into the park. And then there's free food, and all the rides are open, and entertainment, and fireworks, and yada yada yada.
And you could, like, pose with, like, a
Your statue.
25-year statue or a 10-year statue or whatever.
But we were just roaming.
We were, theoretically, I assume we were supposed to be separate. Why else would you have two?
But you also have to understand that there's not that many, there's a lot of cast members, but Magic Kingdom's a big park, so there's not that many cast members to fill, and that's part of the point, is that you get Magic Kingdom yourself.
Right.
But we would just be walking in Magic Kingdom and not find anyone.
No, because we couldn't go on the rides.
Yeah.
So we were, like, gathering near, like, the food stations or the photo stations, but, like, there were already other photographers there.
There was a red carpet at the beginning that they came down, so we got lots of that. But once they dispersed, what?
So what did we do?
We got real tired. I think we were really tired and really silly.
Very silly.
So we just started walking down these empty streets, singing Christmas songs, holding hands, I think we had literally lost it.
I think so too. We were like trying to run into other people we knew.
And it was chilly. Like we were bundled up.
Yeah.
Because it's always in January.
And the worst thing about shooting in the cold is like you can't really wear gloves.
Yes.
And operate a camera. So hands are just frozen. So yeah, just silly.
Just us. And we had,
Very silly.
I don't even know if I brought back any photos. And I didn't think it mattered. Nobody cared.
I don't think any, I mean, we were just getting pictures of like people going through the food station or
We
like.
did get some documentation of like, you know, the special graphics and then the food before they got there. We got that so people could be like, this is what the setup was.
Yeah,
but
like
once,
the signage and
But once
stuff.
people got there, and then some of the special entertainment we photographed of like special bands or DJs they had in certain spots. But other than that, it was a lot of just walking around looking for people and no one was to be found.
And we didn't want to do that by ourselves. So.
Correct. All right, so I had a wedding under my company, and Dawn, of course, was my second. And it's only funny now. It wasn't
Yeah.
really funny at the time.
No.
But a guest had a medical emergency, and they were pretty close. And it happened while we were outside with the bride and groom. Like, we were supposed to do newlyweds.
Yeah, like during
we had actually
formal
started.
portrait time.
Yeah. So it was serious enough that an ambulance had to be called. And so we were trying to take the bride and groom away from the situation. I remember that. But then they kept coming back because they wanted to check on the person. And I think it was the bride. Someone told me could you grab just some documentation of this, some candids of this?
Well, I think we wanted just like a screenshot, like a shot to have the timestamp.
Yeah.
So that if it comes back later that like there was no why didn't we have more newlywed photos? We remember why, and we could say like, well,
Yeah.
the ambulance was here this whole time, and you know.
And they didn't want to be away from it; they wanted to stay. But so Dawn takes a photo, and
As requested.
I'll let you finish the story.
Well, I took that photo, and then one of the other family members, like, I don't even think it was in focus. Like, I wasn't trying to take a photo of what was happening. It was really for, like, the timestamp purpose and showing the ambulance. But one of the family members saw me, and he got up in my face and screamed lots of obscenities at me.
Did.
And, like, basically going off, like, how dare you? Like, this is a serious situation and a family moment. Which, like, I'm not discounting his feelings in that. But there was, like, a lot of aggression. Like, I'm not selling the picture to the newspaper.
Right.
Like, and I wasn't in their face either. Like, I was on a 70 to 200 a ways back, and it was a single exposure. Like, a single click, and that was it. Yeah, so he got in my face, really, really, really sad, or angry. And
I went to bat for you later on with the couple and them, and he ended up.
he came back. He went to the hospital.
Yeah.
I think it was like their uncle.
Yeah.
He went to the hospital and then came back during the reception, and the uncle was fine. But he came back and he did apologize.
He did apologize.
Which
Because I did have some words with other people there and be like, listen, no one's taking any photos of anything. We just still need to document that this is what happened.
right, because in 6 months, like, we might not remember what exactly happened or when exactly it happened.
Yeah.
And they might not either. Like, so many times couples are like, so much happened, like, I don't even remember it. It went by so fast. And they might be looking back through things and like, why didn't we have more pictures? Oh, remember?
Yeah.
This is what happened.
At this time. So I'm sorry you got yelled at.
Yeah.
It's funny now.
It is. But I was in shock.
Yeah.
I've never had someone, I don't get in trouble for things. I've never had anyone yell at me like that.
But they didn't yell at me, even though I did the same thing. So
Just me.
take that for whatever it is.
Yeah, just me.
And see, I think, if I remember correctly too, even though like they were being loaded in, I'm pretty sure the groom asked for a photo in front of the fire truck.
Well, no, I think you did take a picture of the bride with her uncle on the stretcher, like
Yeah.
like a posed
But
one.
she asked.
Yes.
I would have never done that.
No, but I do remember.
There was something I remember being asked to take a photo.
But I think that was after I had already gotten yelled at.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think we took it pretty early to like, hey, okay, the ambulance came right in the middle of formal portraits.
And I was trying to keep the couple out of there. I took them into that little like forest area. Like, hey, let's just go over here. Don't even worry about it. But they couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't focus. They had to go back. So
Yeah. Which, I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
You know, but there's also just a limit to what we can't engineer time. So, like.
Sure.
So, speaking of medical emergencies.
Speaking of medical emergencies. What kind of medical emergency?
So, we were both contractors at Disney before the pandemic.
Before the pandemic.
And then our contracts ran out.
They just canceled them.
During the pandemic. So they weren't renewed. And when Disney decided to reopen weddings, they needed photographers to come back. And there were 4 of us.
The COVID 4, the pandemic 4.
And
they brought us back as employees, though.
And they had to bring us back as employees.
Yeah. And we're going to do an episode on this someday. Because it was me, you, Stephanie, and Kevin Davis. And a manager.
Who he just was there to, like, take temperatures and check email.
And the 4 of us shot every wedding, every portrait session for the first month to 2 months before they started bringing anyone back. And it was a lot. But specifically, you and I shot the very first wedding back. And I remember it like yesterday because it was October 1st at 7:30 a.m. Disney World's birthday. And
it was so many. I think we outnumbered the guests.
We did.
With the number of, like, managers and supervisors. And
it was a very small wedding, and the couple was great. There were a lot of restrictions because this is peak, pandemic time. And when we do this episode, we'll probably go into all the
because there was
we had to do
the juxtaposition between, like, what we had to do at Disney versus what we had to do on weddings, not at Disney. That in itself is wild.
Night and day. But there were so many people who basically it became a proof of concept wedding that, I remember being in the back of the wedding pavilion, and there's literally, like, it's just the 2 of them up there with the officiant, and maybe, like, 6 or 7 people in the front row each side, and there's 50 of us in the back. Not social distancing, because they're all crowded back there, and I'm in the back like, guys, can we?
Yeah, and it was a gigantic room for just, 10 or 12 people, or, wedding guests.
And I broke the rules the very first. She walked across the bridge, and I'm like, I'm going to do a photo here. And they were like, you can't. I was like, I'm going to do a photo here. Instantly breaking the rules.
That's what Jacob's here for.
That's what I'm here for. But it went well. And it was a wild time that we'll never forget. And someday we'll do an episode of it when the PTSD goes away.
Yep. It was...
Now,
speaking of that, though, when we did come back, there are a lot of experiences as a Disney cast member that I didn't get to have because of when I became an employee.
Yes.
And one of them being going to Traditions. Normally Traditions is like 8 hours in person. Ours was 90 minutes over Zoom. With 10 people.
As someone that's done Traditions 4 times, that was my favorite Traditions of all time. It was a fantastic Traditions.
Like, they didn't talk to us about anything.
Yeah.
But then also the whole process of our getting our work IDs was so bizarre. So first off, I'm going to let you talk about the pickup part.
Well, because we had to go to casting to get our IDs.
Yes.
And it was literally like everything is shut down. Like Disney World is not hiring, but they hired us 3 at that time. And I go to casting, tells me to go knock on a door, not the front door, the side door.
Because Kevin was already a cast member, but we were still contractors.
So I knocked on the door, and it feels like Wizard of Oz or something. They opened the door like, what?
Who rang that bell? We did. Can't you read? Read what? The notice.
I was like, I'm here to get my IDs. Like, we're not hiring. And shut the door on me. Shut the door on me. And I had to knock again. Was like, no, I have a reference number and all this stuff. And he was like, oh my God, what?
And not only that, like, to have the ID created.
Yes.
They just made us, they were like, no, just do the picture on your cell phones.
You can't come into the building
right.
to take the photo. So just send us a photo on your cell phone.
So we were in the hallway of the photography department,
Very blue hallway.
It was so bad. Taking our staff photos for each other. Now you've gotten a new one. I still have that same photo.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
As my ID photo. It's
And your
so
other
bad.
photo. So when someone looks at you
Yeah.
in the email, that's your photo.
So
Unless you
bad.
change it.
But yeah, it was a wild time. They had no idea.
No. Everything was closed. They didn't understand who we were. Mm-hmm. We were probably the only 3 people that got hired that summer.
I would think so. Because we got hired in September of 2020, yeah.
And the parks had just reopened. And they weren't hiring anyone because they had a backlog of people they still hadn't
Hadn't like
brought
taken
back
off
yet.
furlough, yeah.
We have to do a full episode on that.
Wild times, wild times.
Wild Times, Magic Kingdom. That's always my good story.
Yeah.
Because we had a couple, and Dawn was my assist on the Magic Kingdom. Were you actually on the wedding too? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Who knows? But this couple had decided to stay up late the night before. Their party, their reception was that night, but I don't remember it actually going that late. But I think they stayed up late. And
Or like did an after
didn't go-
party.
yeah. Groom was still drunk when we picked him up at 6 a.m. in the morning.
And unfortunately, this is not an uncommon
Yeah.
occurrence.
But this was real drunk. Not like hungover. Like still drunk, as in we pick him up and he is green in the face.
Yeah.
And this bride was stunning. She was so gorgeous. Her dress, everything was about it. And so he kept having to throw up during the shoot. And my favorite thing about this is if you know Magic Kingdom and you follow the picture album, everywhere we're at, you know there's a bathroom.
Every picture of her by herself.
There's a bathroom nearby. Even if you don't see the bathroom, obviously. If you just know Magic Kingdom, you're like, well, that's near that bathroom. Why are you here? Oh, because it's near that bathroom.
Right. I think we were like in front of the Tomorrowland bathrooms, in front of the Crystal Palace bathrooms.
Obviously Tangled.
Yep.
But the best part is that morning, unbeknownst to us, because they didn't tell us, they were practicing for Gary Sinise's. He does this like
His holiday
his
party.
holiday party for Gold Star families and things, and they were going to do a pyro test. And we were on the ramp to the side of the castle, and I remember a tech coming by and was like, "Hey, we're going to do some pyro tests." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like usually they close that area off, and he was like, "Yeah, we're going to do it on the roofs in the castle." And I was like, "Do you need to leave?" He's like, "Nah, you're good." I was like, "Okay."
And the funnier part is I don't know any of this because I had to be with the groom.
Because I had actually got them. This is one of the few times, though, where I got them. I was like, I need the shot. The sun is coming up. Looks great. He got sick again. So Dawn has to escort him to the Crystal Palace bathrooms. Because remember, this is pre-park. A guest cannot just be wandering around. So she has to hold his head in the bathroom. So I'm with her by herself. Gorgeous sunrise, castle. And they let off pyro. This is a once in a lifetime thing. It can never happen again. It will never happen again. So she has these great photos of her by herself with pyro. Think if he wasn't sick and he would have been there.
And I will say, I've said this before, I will say it again. She was so kind and generous about him missing the photos. Like,
well, we don't know that. Like,
but I think she was genuine about it. She was just she was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. He feels so terrible. And I'm thinking, like, this could have gone a very different direction because you could be screaming at him.
This could be divorce worthy right off the bat.
Like, you ruined this $3,000 or $4,000 photo shoot because you wouldn't stop drinking when.
And then once we're getting all these once in a lifetime things happening on this photo shoot, to which usually I usually hype it up. I'm like, this never happens. I was trying not to hype that up for once because I was like, just another day. Because I didn't want her to be like, oh my God. Like,
yeah. But no, I think she genuinely was just like, oh, I feel so bad. I mean, I guess she still got amazing photos.
She got amazing photos. I hope she still loves them. He's not in them, but her photos are amazing.
He's in a few.
Yeah. And they're always, I did a lot of silhouettes turning away from me because he literally was green in the face. Just like,
he was as soon as we picked him up.
Speaking of big weddings, we photographed some big weddings together.
We have some big weddings, even at Magic Kingdom.
Even at Magic Kingdom. So this was a couple years ago. You and I photographed a wedding, and I graciously brought you along.
Said, Dawn, you're not available anymore on this day.
I did say that. And I did go because there was no. I was the request. That was it. And I did go and say, Dawn is on this. There are no other questions. And then I told you, and you were like, who it was, and you were like, okay, I'll be there.
Clear my schedule.
And I'm sure if you know us, you know who we're talking about. This wedding eventually ended up on People Magazine and whole big thing. But it wasn't about the people involved. It was about the bride and groom, who are amazing, love them to death, still talk to them. But the fact that it was a very cool wedding and the fact of the amount of stuff that we did in one day is...
And we did everything out of order, too.
Yeah.
Like, because of how many cool things they had, with the timing of the parks, we had to do it all out of order.
Except for, getting ready, we split. So you went with the girls, I went with the guys, because they were in not just completely different locations, different resorts, far away.
Yep.
So we split that, and then we actually went to the wedding pavilion to do some newlyweds and family portraits.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. Disney does not usually allow you to do the wedding pavilion because they didn't get married at the wedding pavilion.
Right.
So Disney will very rarely allow you to use the wedding pavilion, even if they're empty. Because their whole thought is like, well, if we give that up, that could be a wedding, and a wedding is not just a wedding. There's also the reception. There's rooms that could be booked, so we're not going to give you... That's why they won't let you go over your time in the wedding, even if there's not one behind you. But in this situation, because of some of the people involved, security, and just the way it was working, the pavilion...
we could have never done those family photos in the Grand.
Correct.
Like, it just...
We needed a secure...
would not have logistically worked.
Closed-off building. It would have caused too much... looky-loos. So we did the family photos, and then we went to first we went to Epcot, Italy, for fireworks photos.
Yes, so that was like regular fireworks time.
Yeah.
We had the Italy Isola.
Solo,
blocked
which is
off
the
for them.
island.
And we did.
And then we went into American Adventure.
And there was an outfit change.
There was.
In between family photos and fireworks.
And then another outfit change.
And then another
one. But we did dinner, reception, a traditional reception dinner at American Adventure in the Rotunda.
Yeah, so it was like dinner, toasts, some other things.
Other things we'll talk about in a future episode. Where we ate. That's where we ate too. But then we had to then rush to Magic Kingdom because there was a second getting ready.
Yes.
While we put on another dress.
Yes. So did you do getting ready of the groom too there, or no? Because he never changed. Okay, so
he didn't change.
We were doing getting ready of the bride, in the firehouse.
It was in City Hall.
Oh, City Hall, and. Is that when you took her dress, too?
Which you'll never... That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, too, because weddings happen in Magic Kingdom, but never getting ready. And so I had this moment of, park is clear. I have a wedding dress that she hasn't put on yet, and I could put it anywhere.
Yep.
And we hung it off a lamppost.
Yeah, it was like us and the videographers, and we're all like trying to figure out what we can do.
We definitely didn't climb the lamppost. We put it on there normally.
Yeah, we just go gadget arm.
Yep.
Got it up there.
And so I have a photo of a wedding dress hanging on Main Street with the castle in the background.
Yes.
I mean, it's a once in a lifetime.
It is.
It'll never happen again.
It is.
And then, a late night, wasn't it a 12:01 ceremony?
Yeah, it was a midnight ceremony into more family photos.
Yep.
So midnight ceremony on Main Street.
Main Street.
And then...
With the officiant, like a full ceremony.
Right.
But we were closer to the Emporium of
Yeah.
Main Street. Closer to Town Square than closer to the hub. But right on Main Street. Dead center.
Middle of Main Street.
Yeah.
Straight into then all the way in front of the castle. Well, we did family photos
We did more
again.
family photos.
And then...
some more newlyweds.
Moved down.
We had the carriage.
Yes.
So we had to do the carriage on Main Street.
And I'm pretty sure I had your 600.
Yeah. At that point, though, like, we were not in the weeds, but stuff was happening. And
it was
so it was
going
just
really fast.
Dawn put her camera down. I was like, just hold lights.
And I was walking with the carriage.
Yeah.
With your 600, which is not meant to be walked with.
I think I had 4 lights on that thing. Just the reception alone. Or sorry, just the ceremony alone.
I think I did too. I think we... And then there was the one journalist that was there.
Yeah, they brought someone from the New York Times.
With no lights at all.
With a Leica camera.
No flash.
And I was like, oh, honey. I was like, just try and keep up.
Yeah.
And he could tell, he was like, I was not prepared. He was not ready for this.
Yeah, that was insane.
It was a Wall Street Journal. I don't remember.
I don't
We never saw an ad. We never saw...
No.
Because I don't think he got anything. And I had to tell him to move at one point because I was like, carriage is coming in. You got to move. Move.
I literally climbed over his back to get their kiss
Yeah.
because he was in the way. So.
But anyway, so the carriage takes him down to the castle stage where there's a DJ on the stage. And then their reception was in the, what do you call that?
Just a space right in
The
front of the
foyer.
stage at the castle. Yeah.
With their cakes. They had cool sofas everywhere.
That's where they did like their first dance and parent dances and stuff with pyro.
With pyro. Full fireworks during dances and
we had characters.
In the hub, and Don and I. So this is how it happens to us a lot, but they had Mickey. Was it Mickey and Minnie or just Mickey and Donald?
No, Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy.
So it was all four, yeah. But like they put them in the hub, but in the like narrow portion of the hub. So Don and I were back to back. I was shooting Mickey and Minnie, and Donald was shooting Daisy.
But we were literally like, when we say back to back, like legit
Back to back.
hitting, like elbowing each other.
And if I remember correctly, like my light was in your studio and your light was in my studio because we didn't have enough space.
Yes.
Remember, it's 2:00 in the morning at Magic Kingdom, so it's dark.
It's 2:00 in the morning. It's dark. It was also still during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And granted, we were outside and like people had been vaccinated at that point, but we were still mandated to wear masks, I think.
Not outside. We
Okay,
still had to sit
when we were inside.
But the characters still had their separation.
Yes.
We still had to do the 6-foot separation from the characters.
Yes. So we had to be lighting it so that we could light the people with then the characters 6 feet behind them.
And so we were doing basically 4 lights.
Right.
Or 3 lights or...
And then they've like crammed everyone into the small... We have the entire park.
The whole park.
We were crammed
We
into
could have
this-
been anywhere. I totally forgot about being so crammed in there. Because we
were
looked around and
so
we're like...
crammed.
I'm looking at Main Street. I'm looking just around the hub.
Like, we could have been anywhere. They didn't even have backdrops. They were just using the park as the backdrop. So
Yeah.
we could literally have been anywhere. And instead, we have a picture of that, too.
Yeah, we do.
Where you could just see us like this. And all of the guests are crammed right around us.
Yeah.
It was so silly.
It was nonsense.
So we went from 2 p.m.
That was
with getting
earlier.
ready. I think getting ready started at 2,
Okay.
and then
I thought
family.
it was like 11 for some reason.
Family at like 6, because we went fireworks at 9,
Yeah.
so until 4
Yeah.
in the morning. So it was
And that was only our out time. We left even early from the party. Like that was just getting back to the office, downloading 4 o'clock. The party, I think, ended at like 3:30, and we left at like 2:30, something like that. I don't remember.
yeah. We missed some things.
We did miss some
things
stuff. We'll
that
talk-
they weren't expected of us to capture because
Yes.
the couple was no longer in the room either.
Correct.
Because they left to go to Magic Kingdom.
So we had to do a lot of advanced scout. We actually brought in Amy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had a third photographer with us to
That
do
was
all the
me
marketing.
too, because we couldn't get to these rooms in time. So she had to get. She went to American Adventure because we were still at the wedding pavilion, and then we had to go straight to fireworks. So Amy was a big help of going. She was the scout. She was the lead, going there, photographing it. Then she went to Magic Kingdom to photograph the ceremony site.
Yep.
Because when we got there and did the getting ready, and then it was ceremony starts.
Yeah.
Like, there was no time for us to even photograph anything.
Yes.
So that was a good one. It will be an episode someday.
Yeah. Hopefully with the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun one.
One of my all-time favorites.
Another all-time favorite, also at Disney, was when we got to do trash the dress session together.
This is right.
Was this the only time that we had 2 shooters on a trash the dress?
I believe so.
And that was also because you were like, no, I need her to do this.
And that was the first Trash the Dress we had done in the what I call the modern era. I'm sure the old farts had done one at some point. But like it hadn't been done in a while.
Yeah.
So it was all very new. And especially to us.
And we
So-
were at Typhoon Lagoon, if we didn't say that already.
Typhoon Lagoons. So it was big for me to be like, no, I want a second just to not mess this up, if for future ones. But I did one later.
But you wanted me specifically for the 300 lens.
Yeah. Because in my head, I wasn't sure. I just didn't know what we were going to get into. I didn't know how much movement I have, how close you could be. I just wanted to cover the bases. And I did second shoot with Stephanie on a trash.
Oh, you did?
So I don't know about now, but
Well, I haven't seen anyone do one in...
yeah, and forever. losing my voice because I'm so excited. We've been doing this for 52 weeks. But and first off, we did it in the morning because basically I got to say. So I was like, no, we're doing it in the morning. So the sun was behind us, which really helped. The later ones, they forced it to do it in the afternoon because they wanted the lifeguards to basically just stay after instead of come early.
Well, you know what? I second shot on one with Stephanie too.
Yeah,
I was thinking I was her assistant, but I was shooting too. So we had 2 shooters and an assistant.
Yeah, that's what we had too. And after we did that, ours, the first one, they, for a while there, when it went all over social medias, they became real popular. And then they just disappeared. But I wouldn't be surprised if they say no now.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to do morning because I didn't want the sun. I wanted the sun behind them. And morning? No, evening.
Oh, no, it was evening because I came from a wedding.
They do a morning now. And I just remember, because we still don't know what we're doing, I just remember walking in and the water had been closed for a couple hours and the water was like glass. Because remember we had all these ideas and I was like, no.
Yeah. We were going to have the wave pool going. Yeah.
Which we still did later on, but we said, no. Like we did all these reflection photos with the sunset happening in the background. Stunning.
And I did go up on the rocks, by the lifeguard stand on the long lens and got photos of them where it was just the 2 of them and then all you saw around them was water. There was something else. Yeah, it was really pretty.
And different Stephanie Blanchett held my light because I put a light on a stick and she was just holding it.
You know what was so funny to me about that? Like I had been shooting for a couple years at that point at the photo studio at the Portofino Hotel. And my job there was just like get in the pool and get pictures of the kids playing in the pool, whatever, and then try to sell packages to the parents. And so for that job, I just had my Canon 6D and a 70-200 lens. That was all they gave me. And then they were just like expecting to be like up to my chest in the water getting photos.
Yeah.
And then like we show up with this and they want you to have the camera in the bag and like.
Which I didn't. I used only for the underwater portion.
Yeah.
And I brought a second camera just for that. Because I didn't want to. I wanted to be hands free. I wanted to be like on the water line. I wanted to push it as close as I could. It wasn't my camera.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just so used to like having thousands of dollars of gear in my hand while I'm swimming. So.
And then you got the shot of the year. We won't talk about that.
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
we won't talk about that.
It up. I did get photo of the year.
And yet all my shots are way better. Yours could have been in any pool anywhere on property. Meanwhile, I had him like holding her like a romance novel with like a shirt kind of unbuttoned with the glassy lake with the sun setting. And the motherfucker gets his little.
On the previous wedding we were talking about too, that was in People magazine. They put one of my pictures as the heading.
But the rest are mine.
Yeah, but mine was at the top.
Not on all of them, just a few. I have a version that's just mine. You're like I sent any yours in.
So yeah, so we've had some exciting.
Let's
see, we have a couple more at Disney.
Yeah. What about like things like weird group events, like group studios?
So I think this job was my second job ever when I started at Disney.
That's a good start.
I know. And it was a Halloween event. It was a corporate event, but Halloween themed.
Haunted Mansion
themed. But it was Halloween week. And that's why they went with the Haunted Mansion theme. And it was required for all staff or like all cast members to get painted to look like ghosts. Yeah. So the servers, the photographers, like everybody. And it was a big job too because they brought in tons of characters. So there might have been like 16 of us working that night for photography.
And we see all of us dressed up in blacks and ghost face.
And I remember taking a picture, like a selfie, and sending it to my family, being like, "This is what it's like to work at Disney."
I mean, that is kind of cool at the end of the day.
It is pretty cool. And I haven't done many other themed ones since then. And that was 2014.
I've done ones where I had to dress up like Major Domo, like a very princess event, and I had to wear the full, like, what do you call it? I've seen that picture. Yeah. I've also done, one I really want to do is in Galaxy's Edge, like when they do theme it, because they make you, and I want that name tag. I want the Star Wars name tag.
Yep.
Because they make you, if you're doing it, same with Pandora, they'll make you wear whatever they have, or at least have the same name tags and stuff. So, and you can't get
so that
one.
you're in universe.
Yeah. Someday.
One day. We've gotten to do some cool other themed events. There are some private events, like families that come in, very, 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 very wealthy families that come in.
They do some crazy like week events where they have multiple, they go to the parks during the day, but then at nighttime they have a huge themed event.
Every night. Remember there was like the ghost light show.
Yeah.
Like the Broadway kind of review. There was, well, not even just the shows being themed, but like their entire stay is themed. So the year I worked with them, it was like I was staying with the family. Amy was the lead photographer. I was the second. And we had a room in their room block at Animal Kingdom Lodge so that we could be with them as soon as they were awake and until they went to sleep. And they had the presidential suite set up for their breakfast and snacks and like morning get together kind of thing. And they had the puppet from Adventurers Club.
That's right.
The Colonel.
He was in the
Colonel was their host.
Yeah.
Which is like insane.
They've had like they'll wrap the one I remember too that they had the entire floor, the grand one of the floors, and it was all camp themed. They wrapped the bus. Remember they got a Mia's bus, but looking like an old like 80s camp bus. They had famous musicians play privately for them. Famous.
Almost every time it's the voice of Ariel. Why is it in my brain?
Judy Benson.
Jodie Benson.
Jodie.
I was like, no, wait. Jodie Sweetie? No.
She's been there. But the other musician I'm talking about is an actual famous country star. Very famous. And they built an entire saloon at the Fort Wilderness for them.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't do that year.
Full saloon. We're talking private shows of Newsies when it was on Broadway. They brought them down. They did it on, do you remember the old Streets of America? They built a stage and they did Newsies.
Oh my gosh.
For them on Streets of America with the Broadway cast.
That's crazy. The year I did it, I know the year I was staying with the family, you were doing all the marketing all week.
Yeah.
So you were going ahead of us and getting like the room shots. But it was when they converted, I think it was a room at the Contemporary into the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And they had the singing bust heads. And it was like a progressive event. Like you started in one room and then they had like an interactive part with the bride taking the grandfather and then the attic.
Do you remember they brought in like they literally brought in leaves and put them all over the foyer before you went into like the crypt. So you were literally in your like cocktail hour, you were crunching on leaves.
Yep.
That Haunted Mansion effect is one of my favorites where they have fake busts in these bookcases and then they'll have like lightning flash and the actors, it's a fake door, they open it and they step in and they kind of like push the bust down and step into it and the shelf goes kind of right here and then they close the door behind them and then they're just there and then all of a sudden they start like singing but they look like the bus that were just there and it happens so quickly and they don't start singing right away so people they just lightning, okay, they go back to eating and then they start singing and it's like Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And to this day I don't think I've seen events like that.
Custom fireworks shows on Bay Lake at Fort Wilderness. The Alice in Wonderland tea party was built for them, that table.
We did a Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. Like, they had their own kind of laugh floor built the year that I did it.
Yeah, they've just done some... These families, and there's multiple families that do this. Some wild things that Disney has done.
But we did have to get dressed up for that Haunted Mansion one, too. We all had either, like, hats or, like, a little headband with a Haunted Mansion hat on it, like a top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had, like, different parts of the day where we had to be dressed in costume, too. It was
Pretty
kind
cool
of fun.
stuff. What other Disney stuff have we done?
So, I do remember, too, so I've only been down in the tunnels at Magic Kingdom twice, which is, like, one of the big things people always talk about. But, like, we have no reason to be down there. So the one time was when I actually went as a guest on the Keys to the Kingdom tour. But my first time was with you. You were my guide.
That's right. And I worked at Jungle Cruise for a long time, so I walked the tunnels 40 hours a week. It's not a big deal to me, but for you, I could see that was. Plus, though, carrying all that gear.
Yeah, so we were doing headshots for like award winners for cast, and we had to set up behind the castle, like near the arches, and we couldn't just like wheel a cart full of gear through all of Magic Kingdom.
Correct.
So we had to go through the tunnels and like pop out close to there. And if I had been doing that with someone who had never been down there, like we would have never.
Yeah. And plus with a cart, it's not just a staircase, because everyone it's a staircase, but there's elevators, but they're not in every staircase. So there's multiple staircases to go up to Magic Kingdom, but again, not everyone has a elevator. So knowing where that was is even trickier.
Yeah, I would have never.
Because even I was like, okay, I know there's a staircase here that goes right to the castle, but then I was like, oh no, there's one in the Cinderella's Royal Table, so you had to find that elevator, take it up.
I would have been so lost.
It's crazy down there.
But yeah, so that was fun, getting to see the tunnels, working like in the park during park hours.
Yeah,
so
the tunnels stink.
They do.
They smell so bad.
I remember my dad asking me like, "Was it cool?" And I was like, "Kind of felt like a sewer."
And the Keys of the Kingdom portion they take you to, they have like wood paneled the walls. Like it's a very polished version of the tunnels. It only looks like that right there. If you went around the corner where they don't take you, it's back to like concrete walls and stinky
and pipes in the
stinky
ceiling.
poop smells.
So
what outside of Disney?
Yeah, we've done a lot of things outside of Disney too. We had one wedding where we were shooting together, and I was lead. Yeah. Jacob was second, and the groom, I don't know why the DJ agreed to this, but the groom had a favorite song and they played it 3 times.
He loved that song.
He loved it. And I mean, everyone did, but it was one where like, put your hands up and they say there. And I said, and so then everyone's jumping, and all 3 times I was just trying to get a good shot of the groom jumping up above the crowd. Every single shot I have of the couple or of the groom, Jacob is standing right behind him.
That's my favorite thing to do as a second. During a reception, I will stand, I'll look where you're at, and I'll go behind in the back and just kind of go. Every time. It's my most favorite thing to do.
Oh my gosh, I was so annoyed. I had to Photoshop you out so I could deliver one.
I don't see what the big deal was. I just looked like a guest.
No, you didn't. You were even lit well.
I know. I do my own lighting. I want to make sure I really stand out. What about on a wedding? I was your second again, and we were at a small, very cute little chapel, right? And so I ran out, like literally only one aisle. It's so tight.
No sides.
Nothing.
No side aisle access, only down the center.
So we had talked ahead of time that I was going to run out, because in this chapel, when they kiss, they come down the aisle, they open the doors, and there's an actual bell they ring. It's tradition there, and they come out. So I was going to stay out there and get them coming out. And I did. I got a great shot of them. The doors open. The planners are holding the doors. They ring the bell, and this cute shot of them walking out. But the planner is holding a big gulp. I'm not even joking.
When I tell you
and
how hard I tried to Photoshop that image, and I eventually just gave up and delivered it as is.
And I saw it, like, I didn't see the planners because I don't know where they were, but when they came, but I'm on a 200. I'm on 7200, so I'm so far away.
And you were trying to get the whole front of the church and, like, some of the steeples.
Because it has the date of the church, whatever, 1800 it was built in. So, like, I'm just like, no, put it away. And she's not even like...
It wasn't even in the hand farthest from the camera.
She's holding it like the door. She's like
closest
this.
to the camera.
And it was a big one, too.
And it was bright orange.
Yeah. I'm like, what planner has a big gulp?
And why are you carrying it around during the ceremony?
Yeah.
Like, I could see it's the reception. You're moving from one part of the room to another.
Leave it with your bag that you use, but not...
No.
I felt so bad. It's funny now. It wasn't funny.
I know.
And I went to you right away. I was like, this bitch. I was like, this shot is great. But look at this. And there's nothing I could do about it.
I kind of wonder now, because this was last summer.
Yeah.
And a lot of the, like, Adobe generative AI stuff had not,
Oh, it would totally take it out now.
I bet it could do something now. Because I was trying to like I was trying to find pictures of other cups. I was trying to just change the color of the orange, but like everything just drew more attention to it. And I couldn't.
Should Google that place and try to find other people's photos so you could just at least take the door and...
I know, and the only other times I've shot there have been freelance where I was by myself. So I don't have that photo from any other day.
Because you're stuck inside.
Because I was inside. So.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we've also shot at NASA.
Shot at NASA. So last year we did a wedding together at NASA. It was my wedding. You were my second. Mm-hmm. And the great couple, it was a sister of a Disney wedding I had shot. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't live here, but they were flying down to NASA. They were big nerds, but in the best way possible.
Yes. And like legitimate scientists.
Yes. And it wasn't just like NASA that they want to get there. It was a space-themed wedding. Mm-hmm. Every detail was space. Mm-hmm. So like it made it super fun. And every detail we did, every shot we did, man, we had so much fun. Mm-hmm. And we got some really great photos. Mm-hmm. And then literally we did a first look in front of a space shuttle.
Yes.
A space shuttle. And it looks awesome. Then we did family photos. We went up a floor and did more space shuttle. Mm-hmm. And then you did a great shot with the satellite, mm-hmm. the actual photo satellite, the Hubble. We did stuff in the rocket garden at night. Yep. We did silhouettes with the engines. They got to go down the slides because they have a slide that kind of represents what the crew has to like eject mm-hmm. and go down the safety slides. They let them go down there in her wedding dress.
They went into they have like a Discovery Zone
kids
style, like kids tunnels, and
it kind of looks like a space station though, like you would crawl through.
Yeah, it was designed after the International Space Station, but it's really like it's like when you were a kid and you went to Discovery Zone and went through all the tubes. That's what it was, but she's doing it in her wedding dress.
Full fluffy wedding dress in there. The only problem was I had to delete a couple because I had her do some like cute stuff where she's sitting on a dress like this. She was on her stomach for some mm-hmm. of them. And since it's a tube and it's reflective, every once in a while when she did it, like her face would be wrapped all the way. And it was like, oh God! I was like, no, bring your face up. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
but man, that was a good wedding. Mm-hmm.
And they were just so nice and so fun and like excited to do pictures.
And since I had known the family previously, mm-hmm. like we were already in a good rapport.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, whenever I think back to that wedding, I almost forget that we had to go rain backup for things. Mm-hmm. Because it worked so perfectly the way we did it. The
rain backup was still just a permanent cover they had over there, so we were still outside.
But even the first look and family photos were supposed to be outside.
That's true.
And instead we got to do them in front of the space shuttle.
Which turned out way better.
Kind of thinking that was the better choice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good wedding. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
I think probably the first time that we worked together not at Disney was it was either 2014 or 2015. But Dean, who we've had on the podcast before, he had been working with another photography company doing like side gigs, and they needed a bunch of us to go to Boca for a job. And so I think we got paid $125 an hour to literally just walk memory cards,
run cards
from the photographer to a printer.
Yeah.
That's all we did. It was me, you, Dean, and we even brought Ryan with us.
We did. And a bunch of other people we didn't know, but we just didn't we carpool, or at least we all came together? Yeah,
and then I don't remember how, because Ryan and I think stayed with my parents after that or something. But yeah, we literally all they needed us to do was like be in the room where the camera was, get the memory card, give them a new memory card, walk it to the printer, wait for the prints, walk them out.
I was like, what is the photographer making? It was like 6 hours. We did nothing.
Yeah.
Still to this day, it's the greatest job I've ever done.
I was going to say, maybe one of my most profitable dollar to energy expended. Yeah.
And we never worked for them again.
No, I haven't. Although I will be applying this month, I think.
All right. And even though we do weird stuff, we also shoot the same stuff all the time. Yeah. Including this happened, like 2 months? When was this?
It wasn't long ago. Yeah. It was this summer, I think.
Where Dawn had a headshot with a client. So I came out and assisted her. Mm-hmm. And this
It was like a full day of back-to-back.
Very specific time, though, like amount of time. And then literally, 2 days later, I had a headshot with a different company. Same thing, same amount of time. And we were sitting there like, okay, I got to pay you. And then we just go, no, let's just call it even.
You want to just skip getting paid?
Because I would pay me to then just pay you the exact same
amount. Yep.
That's what we do. We shoot the exact same way, the exact same things.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I really do think we should just
merge.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Well, what'd you shoot this week?
I shot one thing, a headshot.
Just one singular person. Okay.
2 headshots for 2 different people. That was it. It is the real summer as you get into the Augusts, as you can tell. That is when it is the slowest of slows.
And it's like almost frustrating in a way because I also only had one job this week. And it was for a recurring client. It was the teacher kickoff for the Catholic schools. And it went great. So in the week itself, I'm like, gosh, I only had this one job. But then I also booked 7 jobs last week. But they're not for, they're like the rest of August, October, November of 2026. Like, business is coming in. It's just nothing's happening right now. I should say 2 of those 7 are for August of this month. So, like, that'll be good. But
yikes.
Yeah, it's real slow.
So we're going to keep doing this.
Nice short segment.
Because this is all we have. This makes most of our money. And we don't make any money off of this.
We're still in the hole.
So, not photography, but more photography. This podcast. Mm-hmm. We've been doing it a year now. Mm-hmm. We made it.
We did.
We have wasted a lot of our time and some of our money.
Yes.
What has been your most favorite episode, or like episodes you love the most doing?
So I really liked, this was one of our earlier episodes, but how to be a second shooter.
Yeah.
I just thought that was like a really, I think it's something if you had to take our expertise,
that's what we do best.
That's something we both understand really well that like not everyone gets. And so I thought that was a really good, informative episode.
I feel like our informative ones, they're just a lot of fun. Like, and I go with that with how we got the shot. Mm-hmm. I like going back and looking at our old photos. Mm-hmm. Brings back a lot of memories, and then it's fun to talk about how we did this. Because sometimes I don't even remember.
I know. I have to really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably my other favorite is a very recent episode where we brought you guys along with us while we shot a wedding. And I would love to do more like that going forward because...
Not just weddings. We'll do other...
Yeah. Like...
Shoots and things. Because you can see what it's really like. Because that was bare... Like, we showed the world everything that is real on a wedding. Mm-hmm. We didn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
We still loved it. Mm-hmm. Great wedding. Loved the couple. Mm-hmm. Still got great shots. But this is what it's really like for us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, and then, like I said, the goal is the couple had no idea. Like, they knew it was hot, and they knew we were searching for family, but they didn't think about, like, again, holding her, giving her water, holding her flowers. She was like, oh, that's nice.
Well, and they also didn't have to think about the timing of the day. Like, we were paying attention to what time it was and how close it was to intros and, like, hey, let's move into newlyweds. We'll save these photos for later. Like, they didn't have to think about that.
She didn't have to think about it. Yeah, she was like, where's my groom at? But then another family group would come by. So then she's kind of out of her head. Well, I am literally searching indoors for a groom.
Hunting the parking lot.
Hunting and to see if he's there.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I think we'll do more of that.
Yeah.
And then my absolutely favorite one, renting a studio so I could have comfy chairs.
So if you didn't see that episode, we rented a studio for family mini sessions I was doing. Jacob was assisting. And they have an area of the studio set up basically for podcast recording. Yeah. And so in between families, we had a few slots open. And so we're like, well, let's record this week's episode here and talk about renting a studio. But man, they had the cutest, comfy swivel chairs.
And I want to be comfy and swivel. Yes. That's what's going to happen this year. That's our goal.
It'll be season 2, episode 51 when we finally have our
microphones and swivel chairs.
Yes. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but we did upgrade our lighting.
We did. It looks exactly the same.
But when we had our interview with Catherine, she was like, "What filter are you using? You guys look great." And we're like, "Oh, it's just 6 lights. Don't worry about it."
It's really hot, and I can't look at them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's been a year.
Mm-hmm. How many more episodes do you think we could do?
Yes.
I will say, when we sat down to like seriously talk about if we were going to do this, we came up with like 60 something episode ideas, and we've used.
And I'm still coming up with more.
Mm-hmm.
And the good news is we still have, I mean, how we got that shot, for instance, we've done it twice. Mm-hmm. It's 2 photos of the 2,000 weddings we've shot.
Yeah.
I think we can find more.
Yeah.
And I'm always coming up with more. We just came up with a topic before we started, so.
Mm-hmm. And actually, we had thought of a topic and we never wrote it down, and I just remembered it, but talking about like editing. Like, how did we edit this difficult picture? Because I had a family portrait where like one of the kids was further away from the rest of the family and there was this awkward gap, and I had to figure out like how to move him in. Because, you know, that's not really something AI can do for you.
I added it. Not yet.
Yeah. So, cool.
Any other regrets about doing this?
No, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, we learned a whole new set of skills.
And we get to be, and this is my therapy. This is my weekly therapy. So as long as I keep doing this, I'll be fine.
Excellent.
Well, we'll see you in another year. Another 52 episodes to go.
Yep.
Remember, we're in season 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Usually season 2 is the stronger season.
Sure.
The first season is like the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So look out for some good stuff this week. Or this week, this year.
It's fine.
I'm going home. Bye.